for? Youngin', what your man for? Cause I'm dripping water on the floor. Cause I'm melting sauce on your heart. Cause I'm flexing in my foreign car. Youngin', what your man for? Youngin', what your man for? It's my son's school. I kept it real from the start. Cause I be ballin' out with my dogs. Posted in the track, looking out the 12. That's what's up, homegirl. Dear man for your health. Never time you ready for your wealth. For real. Yo, how's everybody doing tonight? Couple people dropping through. Wait, just a couple more people. Yo, so as always, y'all already know I'm gonna try to make this as brief as possible. You know, try to hit the core of the situation. You know, and then just go about my business. Let everybody else go about their business. Plus, you know, I'm gonna share it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be up or whatever. Yo, what's up, Angelita, Destiny, Tara, Sahida, everybody. Alright, so check this out. So a lot of people don't know. There's only people that I'm close to, or people that I know in person and all that I've been chilling with, talking to, communicating with, know what's been going on with my situation. My situation, as far as my employment goes, I left my one job because I was, you know, pretty much tired of it. I left it probably like 2 weeks before, 2-3 weeks before, like 2 weeks or something like that, 2 weeks and a half before the governor decided to shut everything down and the so-called curfews and all that stuff. But I went from that job to another job. So when I applied for the other job, they asked me to go to set up an appointment to get COVID-19 or coronavirus symptom checkup. Like, you know, just to see, make sure I ain't displaying any of the symptoms or whatnot. So I went and did that. Initially, they was about, and I had to get a note and present it to this new job, and I'll be able to start. So I eventually got to that. And the day that I was supposed to start, the governor shut everything down. So my job was like, we're not taking no hires, because they weren't essential. They was semi quasi essential. You understand? The job is called Crestline Plastic Pipes, and Adore Crestline Although those pipes are needed, they not excuse me a second. Let's see. What the hell? Oh, there you go. Yeah, although the pipes are needed for plumbing purposes and all that, they didn't need to hire new people. Like, they would have been able, they was content with the amount of people they had, so they wasn't taking no new hires. So, you know, I got laid off, technically. I got technically laid off, and they told me it was gonna be for 2 weeks, and I just got a call yesterday, you know, that they was opening up. It's been like a month and a week or something, like 5 weeks. So that's neither really here or there. I just the reason why I bring that up is because yesterday I get a call from my agent, and he tells me, he's like, well, yeah, you remember when you went for that symptom check? That's only good for 7 days. So Crestline is opening back up. They're gonna open up Friday or Monday, but in order for you to come, you have to you have to get that coronavirus symptom checkup again. So I'm like, I bet. And you know, I ain't been sick. You know what I mean? Anybody been around me know I take care of myself pretty well. So I decided, so I went yesterday. Yesterday I went and got checked out. I went upstairs, they checked my temperature, they checked my breathing, they checked my air, I don't know, they checked all these stuff. They asked me a million questions. And the obvious questions: have I been traveling internationally? Have I been around anybody that's displayed any symptoms of coronavirus? Stuff like that. So, you know, everything is no, 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 no. But when she left, when that nurse left, the one that was going to come give me my results from the, I guess, the checkup, the assessment or whatever, I told her from the door. I told her when she came back in, I was like, listen, I feel perfectly fine, so do not come in here talking about I got coronavirus, I possibly have coronavirus and all that. And she was like, no, you're good. She's like, you're good. I was just coming to let you know you're good. Everything's good. And then she asked me, she's like, so I checked your oxygen. She said, I checked your oxygen and your oxygen is at 100%. I said, okay, cool, that's good. So she was like, that only tells me one thing. And I was like, what's that? She was like, you don't wear face masks too often, do you? And I said, nah, I really don't wear it at all unless I'm heading somewhere where it's mandated. But if it was up to me, I would never wear the face mask. Like, and she was like, yeah, I could tell because your oxygen is at 100%. So I said, well, what does that mean? Like, let me know if I wear my face mask like all day, like people be wearing them in the streets and just anywhere, like even in places that are not even mandated. Like, what there would be a difference in my oxygen or something? And she was like, oh, yeah, she's like, definitely. She said your oxygen would be anywhere between 88% to 96%. She said 88%, 96%. She said out of 88 or 80, I'm not sure. But she did tell me that if it was under that 80 figure, then that's considered having, or if it's between that, if it's under that 96 and that 88 and all that, if it's between that, that's considered a shortness of breath. Like that's considered a symptom of coronavirus because you are having a shortness of breath. So what does that mean? That means that if my temperature of my oxygen was between 96% and 80%, anything in between there, she could have considered me having a shortness of breath, and that would essentially have like disqualified me from being able to work because they would have been like, well, he's displaying symptoms of coronavirus, which means by the CDC ruling, that means I will have to get tested for coronavirus. And then that means that thing, they put all that in your nose and all that. Alright, the reason why I'm saying that is to say this. Now, people that's on social media and have been seeing this video we've been trying to share called The Plandemic. It's by it's a documentary on a doctor named Dr. Yo, what's poppin', bro? Teflon. Yeah, they consider that. Yeah, Jen, if it drops, if your O2 drops between 96 and like anything lower than 96, basically, they consider that like irregular, and there's a possibility you could be developing symptoms of the coronavirus. You know, that's crazy because then we don't know what happens from there. Because I've never been positive for that. So I don't know what would happen from there. We don't know if vaccinations come into play. We don't know what comes from that. But we do know that that's one thing. And then, of course, the temperature. If you are having high fever type temperatures, or what else they go, the breathing, the temperature, and the oxygen. That's pretty much how they go. Oh, and if you like coughing a lot, sneezing a lot, stuff like that, dizziness, shit that a lot of people, those are a lot of symptoms that a lot of people who are actually wearing these masks all day won't go through. People that are wearing these masks all day are probably feeling like this. Because I go in Walmart for like 20 minutes and I'm already like, oh, I can't breathe, I'm dizzy, like I gotta get up out of here. I be going to Walmart like in a week. I go to Walmart 10 times a week because it's like I'll go, but I can't be in that place longer than 20 minutes. Like I just do not feel comfortable at all in there, like with that mask over my face. But getting back to the matter at hand, that video we've been trying to share and watch on YouTube called The Plandemic, which is a documentary on many doctors, but the main doctor on it her name is Dr. Judy Mikovits. Now, Dr. Judy Mikovits, you could probably Google her because they keep on deleting the video. And they really ain't going to be able to get rid of it forever because all they're doing is changing the cover of the video. So as long as they change the cover of the video, YouTube doesn't automatically identify it, so they can't flag it. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why when somebody says it's deleted, just go to YouTube, punch in Plandemic, and a video will pop up again with another cover. Don't go for the 10, 15 minute. Go for the one that's like 25 minutes. That 25-minute one, that's the one you want to watch. But anyway, Dr. Mikovits, she got arrested for challenging these medical practitioners, these medical doctors and pro-vaccine people and all that. She's been challenging them, and she's been like kind of calling them out, just like Robert Kennedy Jr. has been calling them out for the longest. And they eventually arrested her. On Google, they try to say they arrested her for stealing some formulas or stealing medicine or whatever, but they arrested her for 5 days and then dropped all the charges. Now, that sounds like nothing, because it really isn't. 5 days in jail. They talking about you stealing all this important information or whatever, and they let you out in 5 days, drop the charges. Yeah, but what they did after that was they placed a 5-year gag order on her, meaning she couldn't even mention nothing about coronavirus, the flu vaccines, or nothing attacking CDC or medical officials for 5 years. You know what I mean? And that gag order is up. So they put out a documentary on her. And the reason why I brought that up is because in it, for the people that didn't get to watch it, in the documentary, they talking about how a lot of things that the government is telling us to do to prevent coronavirus spread is but more than likely the actual things that are causing it to spread. Like the use of the mask, the stay-at-home orders, the constantly washing your hands, hand sanitizer and everything. She's basically her and a whole bunch of other doctors. For the people that seen this video, this documentary, they know what I'm talking about. Her and a bunch of other doctors are in agreement with this. They like, listen, like you need to be able to touch certain microorganisms for like life to continue. If every time you touch something that has to do with nature, but you wash it off and then just keep on washing it off and just keep on washing it off, you're not allowing nature to take its course. That's like simple mathematics. That's simple science. You understand what I'm saying? And then with the mask, we already know, like, you have your nose, your mouth to breathe. Okay? You have your nose and your mouth to breathe, right? But what happens is this. You put a mask to actually cover that. So yes, you're not going to suffocate. We know you're not going to suffocate and die. We know that much. But Your oxygen intake would not be the same. It's impossible. It's not mathematically possible for your oxygen intake to be the same when you have your nose and your mouth covered. You understand? The body needs oxygen for the blood and everything to circulate and function properly. If you're not getting it how you regularly supposed to get it, because you have a mat, because you inside the house, you understand what I'm saying? And then but when you go outside, you put a mask. When are you really getting oxygen for real? Unless you at home on an oxygen tank, that's like that's the only time you're getting oxygen flow. For real. So my thing is, that's what was so interesting to me, that she said that to me. She was like, yeah, I could tell. Like, it was so interesting to me that she could tell that I do not use a mask because my oxygen is at 100%. And I ain't lying neither. I got my paperwork right here. Okay. I'm gonna hide the address, even though I don't even live there no more, but it's my paperwork right here. You see? I don't know if y'all gonna be able to read that. It says Justo Echevarria. I'll read it to you. I said Justo Echevarria completed telephone. Oh, this is the wrong paper. Hold on, this is the wrong one. Let me see. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Hold on. That's the outdated one. My bad. That was the old one. This one is real short. It says, Justo Echevarria was seen in my office 5/6/2020. Justo does not have any COVID-19 symptoms and is clear for work. Sincerely, Megan Edwards, PAC. For all y'all CNAs and all that, y'all know what that whatchamacallit is. But then here goes. This is what I gotta show y'all. Alright. Let me see. Alright, there you go. See, there goes my oxygen percentage. 100%. Pulse at 80. I do not weigh 210. They dragged it. Well, I had my clothes. I had mad shit on. And there goes the rest of my stuff. Then right here is something that was funny to me. I never had a flu shot ever. But if you look right here, they scheduled me for influenza. Let me see. I don't know if that. Why that shit look crazy? They scheduled me for influenza vaccination for what's that, like October 1st. And I'm like, I've never had a flu shot. Why are y'all trying to force that thing upon me, man? I mean, it ain't gonna happen. But one thing that I was hearing about it, because you know they talk about this COVID-19 thing all over the place. But when I was down there, it was like about 8 nurses down there in a little ass room. None of them was practicing social distancing, because I think one of them had like a mask, one or two of them, and the rest of them didn't have a mask. They was all playing with each other, doing whatever they was doing. But I did hear them when I was sitting there. They was talking about like one asked the other, do they think it's gonna be mandatory, like the vaccinations are gonna be mandatory, like back when the world opens back up or whatever. Do they think the vaccination gonna be mandatory? A couple of them was like, yeah. A couple of them was like, no. A couple of them was like, I hope so. I hope not. You know, so it's like, there's definitely a conversation of that in the circle. So I don't know if that little flu shot scheduling was like, or recommendation was like scheduled for so later on in the year, because like I don't know if that's something they have intentions on, but I'm not taking that shit. They're gonna have to kill me before they give me a flu shot. I never had one in my life. I don't want one. I don't even play with needles like that. I mean, yeah, I know this, but why the fuck are they using that as guidance? That's regular shit for a lot of people with allergies and or asthma. Yeah, I mean, because it's to the point, Jenny, it's to the point where these people are not to the point. It's been like this. These people are not concerned with human health. Like, if they really was concerned with human health care, first of all, that should be free. Human health care ain't free here. It's all about money. Now, I mean, so their whole thing is like, listen, man, we go ahead and claim these people are sick. We would go ahead and get these people these vaccinations. Get the federal government, the Federal Reserve, to fund us with all these billions and trillions of dollars. Because now we need these vaccinations. You don't hear no other country talking about mandatory vaccinations, or you hear every country talking about how their numbers are decreasing and how their people are getting well and all that. This is the only country you hear about, you know, it getting worse by the day and everybody confused. Governor Cuomo or whatever in New York, he was all for stay at home. I just read something today where he's talking about it probably was a bad idea to do the stay at home thing, because now the new cases of coronavirus are actually people that have been practicing staying at home. Like, come on, you shitting me? I mean, to the wise people, to the wise men and women of the world, we knew that was a dumbass idea. The stay at home thing, that has to be a dumbass idea, because you need oxygen. You need air. We don't have trees and all that produces natural oxygen. We don't have that in our house. How the fuck you want us to stay at home? That never made no sense to no wise individual. But now so many people done died. So many people done had health issues and all that behind this. And now you want to say, oh, you know what? After like 100,000 people, you want to say, you know what? I don't think stay at home was a good idea. No, it was a very stupid idea from the door. You know? But again, like I always preach, man, like politicians are not worthy of investing your trust, man. Especially not fully. A lot of us invest our trust fully in politicians. That's a no-no. That's the dumbest thing you could do, because politicians are known liars. Now, I mean, with politicians, it's never about putting facts out there. It's about putting what sounds good out there and what's going to get their ideas pushed. It ain't never been about facts. It ain't never been about what's practical. It ain't never been about what's good for the people. It's only what's good for their circle, and that's it. You know? But that's something I want to share with y'all, man. I don't know if y'all had to go through that, like, to start y'all new jobs or whatever the case may be. But if y'all don't, I don't know. Y'all probably want to go check it on your own, man. Like, go get a coronavirus symptom checkup, man. They might spill a little beans on y'all like they did on me. But they definitely, that nurse definitely let me know that whoever's using that mask, your O2 is not 100%. You're not taking enough oxygen, and that's not good. Because that means if you take your mask off, your O2 would be at 100%. I don't care what you got going on in your body. You always going to want everything in your body to be functioning at 100% or closest to it. You understand what I'm saying? And oxygen is the most important thing in our body. Like, that shit gives everything rhythm and flow in your body in order for life to sustain. And if that's not working properly, then your body ain't going to be working properly. When your body ain't working properly, it's deteriorating little by little, and you're going to eventually die. And if y'all okay with dying like that, I want to live as long as I can. You understand what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I really ain't got nothing else to talk about that, man. I advise y'all check that pandemic documentary on YouTube. It's going to be deleted. If y'all can't find it, hit me up. I'll find it for y'all. Send it to y'all. Y'all gonna only be able to watch it one time, because once YouTube get hit, they gonna delete it, and just gonna keep on deleting it. But like I said, you can just go on YouTube, punch in pandemic, or punch in Dr. Judy Mikovits, and it'll pop up, man. But for now, I'm out of here, yo. Y'all already know. Stay up, stay guarded, go outside, get some air, man. Nah, man, get some oxygen, man. And let go of that mask a little, man. Y'all hugging that mask way too tight, man. Let go of that mask a little, man. You're gonna be outside walking, man. Take that mask off. Take that mask. Take them gloves off. All that's covering your pores and your oxygen passages, man. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah. On that note, sliding up out of here, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping through.